Charles, why did that go so badly wrong today, do you think?
It's another frustrating second half. We did well to get back into the game at 1-1 and had a couple of sort of half chances. And then again, the second half we've just not started right, I don't think, and I'm not sure what to put that down to, but it's something that needs to improve because in second halves, especially at the start of games, we've been conceding goals, which is obviously frustrating because we got ourselves back into the game, give ourselves a foothold again, and yeah, it's frustrating and we're all feeling it, but it's definitely something that needs to improve.
How worried are the players then after that performance?
I wouldn't say we're worried. I think we're aware of the situation that we're in, that we're underperforming as a group, that there's lots that needs to improve in order to put in 90-minute performances to get results and ultimately get us higher up the table, because none of us want to be in the position that we're in. So yeah, we're aware. I wouldn't say we're sort of massively worried at the minute, but we are aware that we need to improve and that we need to get better, because this club shouldn't be where it is.
How great does the improvement need to be then?
It needs to be big. I think the disappointing thing is the performance against Notts County was at a level which was very high, and then all of a sudden today the performance level wasn't there, which is obviously frustrating. I'm not sure what to put that down to, because as players we all turn up wanting to do well and wanting to perform, so it's something we need to get to grips with as a group and come together and make sure that we're putting in 90-minute performances rather than 45-minute performances.
Why do you feel that the performances are fluctuating so much? I'm casting my mind back over the last 4 games. At Salford you were very good. Then of course on New Year's Day we got what we got against Walsall. You were very good in an attacking sense against Notts County. You went toe to toe with the team in the playoffs, and then today. So why is it fluctuating so much then?
I wish I could tell you. I wish that there was an answer to that. A little bit of confidence maybe, but as football players it shouldn't be something that affects performances and results as much as it is. So like I say, as a group we're aware of something needs to change, but equally we need to come together and work out what that is, because like I say, we're in a position that I don't think that this football club should be in, and we as a group and as a squad are responsible for that, so it needs to improve.
And then the manager has a different approach to the previous ones. But what about the instruction that's being issued to you? What is he saying to you, and how well do you think you're taking that on board?
The manager gives us a game plan. We work on it all week. We work on it very diligently. We go through it as the week goes on, and it's up to us as players to implement that and to get results. So it's down to us as a playing group to perform and to come out on a Saturday or a Tuesday night and make sure that we are implementing that game plan, and today we've not done that well enough because we haven't won the game. Previously, like you said, at Salford we did it really well, we won the game, but it needs to be something that us as a group take on and improve on, because we don't want to be where we are, and we are aware of that as a group.
Sure. What was the game plan today?
We wanted to play. I think conditions made it a little bit difficult. They tried to stop us, and pretty similar to probably the Harrogate game, where they sort of sat in a little bit more, tried to make it hard to break down, and us as a group we didn't do it well enough. We didn't get in behind, I don't think, enough, and then when it came to actually playing it, I don't think that we were comfortable enough doing it, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating as a group, and I'm sure that the gaffer is frustrated because we haven't carried out what he wanted us to.
Obviously the positive of the last few weeks is you coming back. How have you found it?
It's been really good. Probably one of the hardest things that I've gone through in my career was getting that injury. Found it really tough at the start, mentally, physically. I was in a lot of discomfort, putting a lot of work. Ben Mortlock, Dave Moore, we've really worked hard at it to come back and be in a position to sort of hit the ground running as I've come back. I've not felt like I've needed too much time to sort of get back into the group and be performing. So yeah, a positive to be back out there, really happy to be back and hoping that I can perform to help the group.
It's good to see you back. What made it so tough though to overcome this one?
I think because I'd wanted to come here and do well, sort of prove myself again and sort of show why the club had brought me back and to repay some of the faith. So yeah, it definitely hurt, and I'd carried the injury for a little while, which again, maybe a little bit foolish, but again, I wanted to play, I wanted to be out there, so to my own detriment, I probably did that for too long, which is, again, frustrating because I ended up being out for 4 months, 5 months, but someone who tries to carry the badge and do it with pride, so I wanted to be out there and work hard. So yeah, it was difficult, but a lot of hard work, a lot of sort of sacrifice, and we managed to get back in good condition and be in the place that we are now.
I know you desperately want to do well given your absence, but how do you avoid putting too much pressure on yourself?
The gaffer's been great, to be fair. He's we sat down before the Salford game just because I was a little bit ahead of schedule. So he asked me if I felt that I was comfortable to be involved in the squad. I'd done 3 or 4 weeks of training, and now we're just sort of monitoring the load. So we're looking through the training data and seeing where I'm at physically, how I feel physically, and if it needs to be a day where I don't train or I do something else, a bike or something like that, just to take a bit of the strain off the body, then the gaffer's been great and said that that's okay. So for me, it's about making sure I can be available for games and be able to do what I do and play my game.
Some big news this week. Luke's obviously moved on, Otis has gone on loan as well, and Camille has left for Bristol Rovers. How have the players viewed those departures?
I think it's just football. I've been in that situation myself where you move in January, it's something that comes about, and it might not have been in the pipeline, but things pop up. So happy for the lads, because I think Luke and Otis wanted to play more, so happy that they're hopefully going to get that opportunity. And for Cam, I think he's done really well while he's been here. He's a great kid, and I really hope that he does well, and I hope that he's successful, because if he moves on and is successful, then it shows that we as a group have helped that for him. So yeah, happy to see the lads go and hopefully better their careers.
And just finally, just looking at the current table position, it's still quite precarious, isn't it? And the current form of 1 win, I think, in the last 7 leaves fans worried. What can you say to supporters tonight that would give them some positivity after this?
I would say that we as a group are aware. Like I said before, we're aware of where we are. We're not sleepwalking into the situation. We know what is required in terms of winning games, but we as a group need to do that and show that on a Saturday, because words mean nothing, unfortunately, in this game, and we need to make sure that on Saturday away at Accrington we turn up with the right attitude, the right mentality of going there to get 3 points and to get higher up the table.
Wish you well, Charles. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Charles, your return has coincided with these 3 home games on the bounce. We've kind of seen the good, the bad and the ugly of Grimsby Town at the minute, haven't we?
We have, yeah. It's consistency's frustrating, because we had that really good performance at Salford, then the New Year's Day game at Walsall, followed by a really good performance with Notts County. So it's frustrating, the lack of consistency. It's difficult to put our fingers on why that is. We as a group understand it, but we understand that something needs to get better. So we need to look forward to the game at Accrington, go into it with a positive mentality and go to get 3 points.
Yeah, you've just said you're feeling a lot stronger now after that injury. Are you ready to play 90 minutes at all at the minute?
I think so. We've been really careful. We've made sure that I've had enough time to get back and be fully fit. Feel really good within myself. Just to be available for when selected, because I need to make sure that it's not a week that I'm available for, that it's the rest of the season. So yeah, I feel like I'm in a really good place and feel fit and strong, and I'm looking forward to being back out there on a regular basis.
Yeah, and particularly frustrating because you want the Town fans to see the best of you, and to be fair, they probably haven't seen that this season.
Yeah, exactly, and to my own fault, I was carrying a bit of a knock at the start of the season and tried to continue playing because, like you say, I wanted to be out there. I wanted to show why the club had brought me in. Ended up having to sit out for 4 months, 5 months because of my own personal pride, which is frustrating. But I'm here to work. I'm here to get better. I'm here to improve, and I'm looking forward to being out there on a consistent basis and really showing what it was that meant that I left here the first time and what it is that I have to offer the club now that I'm back.